All right. I think we are live. How you doing, folks? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report for a Faux-Friday. That's right. That is a Thursday. That's what we call a Thursday here on the Raymond Report, a Faux-Friday. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your day for a March 25th. Sun is shining. It's a little balmy here in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, but we are, hey, you know what? Another day, another dollar, and hopefully we can go and get the bookmaker today. And hopefully we can put some money into your account. And if not, hopefully it's an hour of good entertainment and learning something today on the Raymond Report. And my name is Ron Raymond. I'm a four-time sports handicapping champion. Started the industry in 1996. Built a few websites. In fact, built over 20 websites. You can see them at pstgaming.com. It's that's where all our network sites are located. And wrote a book in 2009 called Ron Raymond's Top 50 Sports Betting Secrets, which you can get a copy of just by following, or just send me an email. I'll send you a copy, or you can get it on Amazon. And the founder of the World Series of Handicapping, a pro football contest going into season number 10. And hopefully we could, looking forward to this the season, the 10th season, pro football contest, World Series of Handicapping, a pro football contest. And really looking forward to that. All right, how we doing out there in the Ramblers and Gamblers land? All right, how we doing out there in the Ramblers and Gamblers? Sounds like the voice. Sounds like our voice is tinny, eh? Sounds like the voice. Sounds like our voice is tinny, eh? Sounds like the voice. Sounds like our voice is tinny. I don't know what is wrong. I ordered a new mic this morning, so I'm hoping the new mic pans out. How's the sound out there, guys? I know it sounds a little tinny when I listen to it on the feedback there. Echoes, yeah, exactly, echo. I don't know why I'm getting an echo. Maybe if I, let me see here. I'll play with the decibel levels here. Testing 1, 2. Microphone. How's this? Is this too loud? We're getting feedback loops. We're getting feedback loops. Testing 1, 2. Test, 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. Test, 1, 2. Testing 1, 2, test, 1, 2. Testing 1, 2, test, 1, 2. Nothing like a small budget production here on the Raymond Report, eh? Nothing like a small budget production here on the Raymond Report, eh? Nothing like a small budget production here on the Raymond Report, eh? Nothing like a small budget production here on the I can hear the echo 3 times. We're hearing 3 simultaneous tests at the same time. Yeah, I don't know why we're getting that. Maybe. I gotta look at these. Maybe. I gotta look at these. Hang on, how about this? Is this a little bit better? Testing 1, 2, test. Hang on, how about this? Is this a little bit better? Testing 1, 2, test. Hang on, how about this? Is this a little bit better? Testing 1, 2, test. Turn your speakers off. Turn my speakers off. Turn your speakers off. Okay. Yeah, but then I can't hear what you guys are saying. Okay. Or no, I don't. You guys aren't saying anything. Okay, maybe how's this? Is this a little bit better? Maybe because my speakers sounds like you're underwater in a bubble of the ocean floor. Yeah, exactly. Trying to find some winners down there in the ocean floor. Is this a little bit better? I'm not sure. Let me turn this mic a little bit better here. Like I said, I ordered a new mic this morning, and I'm hoping echoes. Gosh darn it. All right, we're getting echoes. That's not good. We don't want echoes. Testing 1, 2. Test. We don't want echoes. Testing 1, 2. I'm on the Streamlabs. I don't know the settings. They don't come with settings that are already. We'll bear with you, Ron. We'll bear with it, eh? Yeah, I'm just trying to see exactly what you guys are hearing. Yeah, so it's still there. Huh? Crap. Oh, hey, I'm going to have to live with it today, and then hopefully I can figure it out and get it fixed, and we'll get that settled hopefully by the next show. All right, let me just one last thing here. I know if I put the decibels too loud, I might not. I wonder if there's a reset. Adjust microphone volume. Yeah, maybe there. Okay. Anyways, kind of spent all morning doing this. We got a show to carry on here, right? All right. So, as you can see here, guys, I got the Raymond Reports show scheduled today. Now, yesterday's the topic of the day was selectivity, right? Being selective. Now, today, with all the market volatility going up, I thought maybe today the topic of the day would be market sentiment. Have a pulse on the sentiment. I like to live in the now, right, and deal with what's going on in the sports betting world. In the investors world. We're all sports bettors, we're all investors, and I thought today a good way to start the show, obviously every day, with the topic of the day. I think market sentiment is the topic of the day. And according to what I found this morning on the definition of market sentiment is the general prevailing attitude of investors to anticipate price development in a market. Now price development in the market, or sports betting. Your picks, winning or losing, could really play with your judgment, your sentiment, your overall feelings, right? And let's be honest. And if you're an investor and you're invested in sports, market, in the stocks and cryptocurrency, it's so easy to go through a roller coaster ride, right? It's really turn off your computer mic. Turn off your computer mic using external mic. All right, turn off your computer mic. How do I do that? Let me see here. Turn off your computer mic. Audio, desktop audio mic. Is that the one that I got to turn off? Desktop audio mic? Is that the one? Desktop audio? Desktop audio mic? Let me see here. Denica sounds problem. Turn off your computer mic. Good morning, Tasha. How you doing, Tasha? So let me see. I turned off the desktop audio, and then I got my microphone. Right click on the sound icon, bottom right. Okay. Right click on the sound icon, bottom right. Okay. Sound icon. Bottom right. Okay. Sound icon. Okay, bottom. Allow apps to access your. Okay, allow apps to access your. Let me see here. Allow access to the microphone on this device. Change. Allow access to the microphone. Microphone access. Change. Allow access to the microphone. Microphone access. Microphone access. Testing 1 2 test. Okay, mic's off now. Yeah, testing 1 2 test. Okay, mic's off now. Yeah, testing 1 2 test. Okay, mic's off now. Yeah, testing 1 2 test. Okay, mic's. Yeah, no kidding. I need a production crew. Yeah, that's what I mean, right? When you're a one-man show and you just do it, echoes back to. Right, it's not about your mic, it's the settings. Back to. It's not about your mic. I don't know what to tell you guys. You guys still here? You still hearing the echo? Troubleshoot sound problems. I need open sound settings, master volume, test your mic. Detecting problems here. Okay, here microphone, USB condenser. You should hire Rusty. It's gone, Ray. It's now it's good. Okay, now it's good. Perfect. All right, so back to the market sentiments. Let's talk about the current markets, right? If you're invested in stocks, cryptocurrency, sports betting, this plays with your mood, right? This plays a lot with your mood, and it dictates, your highs and lows. It could affect your mental health. If you're not sleeping well, you're not eating. These are things we don't want to do, right? These are things that you don't want to do have affect your overall mental health. And this is why when we get to market sentiments, you got to, the first thing I always say is, why am I gambling? Why am I sports betting? Is it, to make a profit? And the one thing when you deal with handicappers or not bettors, everybody wants the home run, right? Everybody wants to hit the home run. And my philosophy in sports betting is this: hit singles. Hit enough singles that eventually it'll lead to your doubles, and then doubles will lead to triples, and then triples will lead to your home run. And you might get the inside the park home run, right? But the thing is, in sports betting, in investing, in cryptocurrency, anything that you're investing your money, always think singles, right? Because obviously the big picture is, hey, who wouldn't love a home run? But at the end of the day, what are your goals, right? That's what I always say. And the thing that, when you're investing and you're looking for what your goals are, money won't buy you happiness. I'll tell you, one of the best things, I have a lot of great conversation with some of my friends, and the things that make you happy in life are not materialistic things, right? It's not a Lamborghini, it's not a Beamer, it's not 3 cottages. I think the best thing in the world that makes people happy is good people. I think when you're surrounded with good people, my grandmother used to say, you hang with good people, good things will happen, right? You hang around with bad people, bad things will happen. But I think the secret in life is being around great people in your life, and I think good things will come of that. Now, some of the things that I deal with when investing, like the market sentiment today is the topic of the day, and now we're into the what I call the pregame talk. This is like giving a pregame to the football team, but things that make me feel good. When I'm in these mental, we're talking about mental health issues, is in the sports betting world. Music. I think music is one of the best things. I call it electronic wallpaper. I think music is one of the best form of happiness, I guess you can say. I call it electronic wallpaper. If you're investing, one tip we always hear is like, don't panic sell, right? You shouldn't panic sell. A profit is a profit, no matter how big the profit could be. Exercising is always good. Taking walks, exercising, going on runs. Those are all good things for your mental health. And don't let the highs get too highs, and don't let the lows get too lows. And I think that's another good tip of the day. And I'll leave you with this. I think less is more when you're doing investing, right? So that's enough of the pregame talk today. I know you guys tune into a sports betting show, and then Ron goes off on these tangents. But you know what? I think it's a genuine talk. I think it's real talk, and I think it's things that everybody deals with on a consistent basis. And emotions run wild, right? When the stock market's crazy, your sports bet picks aren't coming in, and if you're having bad days. These are things, hopefully, that you can look back and you say, okay, you know what? What are things that will make me happy, right? It's not materialistic things, right? It's I always say it's good people. All right. Hopefully I didn't bore you guys to death. And again, it's to me, this is real talk. And I just, I just think that when you have a lot of people that have the same type of goals and, law of attraction, right? I feel people watch this show on a daily basis. It was all because of a law of attraction. We all have the same mindset, and we all have the same goal of, being profitable. All right, let's talk about the daily rewind. Let's go see how the picks did yesterday here at the Raymond Report. And stocks, crypto, and sports betting. Absolutely, right? That's a lot of us here at the Raymond Report. But yesterday, not a great day. Unfortunately, our top system play didn't win, the San Antonio Spurs. When I saw Rudy Gay got scratched late in the afternoon, I said, crap, there goes that selection. I thought that was a bad omen right there. That was a bad sign. That line, I don't know. What did it close at? It closed at, I saw 6 at one point. So San Antonio, went from 5.5 and opened up at 5.5. And I think maybe it closed at 7. I had Memphis. I thought Memphis was a great play yesterday. Looking back, I wish I would have put more on it, but it was my one unit play. Milwaukee Bucks, those Boston Celtics, this is what I'm telling you. Plays and parlays, I know you're out there listening. Your Boston Celtics are driving me absolutely crazy, right? But Milwaukee Bucks, they're not the same team that they were last year, I'll tell you that. And had the under in the Jets-Canucks game last night. Under in the Jets-Canucks, that was my top play. And as you can see, market sentiments were playing with my market feelings yesterday, right? So not a great day yesterday, but you know what? Another day, another dollar. The sun came up, and we will attack the day here today, and we will look at some of the games. All right, now let's go to the schedule here. Now we looked at let's go look at the last 100 picks of the computer pick. Man, I tell you, the computer picks are absolutely on fire in the NHL. In the NHL, I think we're hitting something like 67% in the NHL. having a great run. And right now I'm just going to take an opportunity to say hi to everybody that logged in this morning. Hopefully my sound is a little bit better. We had a little bit of a problem with the sound this morning. Hopefully the sound is a bit better. I got a new mic coming, so hey, we'll have to wait on that. Chiefs sound like you're okay. Welcome. There's Eddie Armstrong. Good morning, Eddie. Miss Danica, how you doing? Let me see here. Rashad, how you doing, Rashad? Chad, there's my buddy Chad from Saskatchewan. How are you doing, Chad? Doing real well with your bullpen picks. Keep it up. Tasha, good morning. Let me see here. We got, who else is in the house here in the bullpen? We got John X. John X is in the house. And Andreas from Germany. And let me see here. We got Carlos Hollins. How you doing, Carlos? And there's my guy, Rui Pedra. And let me see here. Who else is in the house? We got a lot of Lee Lewis. How you doing, Lee? I think Lee was at Cali. You're from, Lee? Or somebody would know. Who was it? Lonnie Smith was from Orlando. Lee, I think, is from either Texas or California. And what's up, Ron? There's Plays and Parlay. Selectivity paid off last night. Yeah, good. I'm happy. Sometimes, like I say, every night's not gonna be a Picasso night, right? Jermaine Brown's in the house. How you doing, Jermaine? Somebody said Orlando yesterday. Yeah, Orlando. You know what? We talked about Orlando, not Orlando, like I called them the night before. And looking at the computer picks yesterday, no, not the computer picks, but I did a little bit of research. And you remember the other day I said, the COC, the chance of covering, anytime it's so close together. And last night in the NBA, the chance of covering, I went back and I looked at every percentage play that was in a 5% range, and it went something like 5-0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So actually, you know what? Indiana. What was the final line on Indiana? They went 5-0 straight up, but it didn't. I think Indiana didn't cover. Boston covered. Toronto. Remember I said yesterday, Toronto, Denver. That line. Hey, if it looks like a duck, quacks like a cow, it's not a duck, right? That line did not look. That line was that was the trap line of the day yesterday. That Denver, Toronto, Memphis. Man, that was a 1 point difference in the percentage play. And Sacramento, Buddy Buckets, and the Sacramento Kings pulled through last night, and they got the W. All right, let's see who else in the house here. We got there's my guy Sammy Sneed. How you doing, Sammy? And Sammy's in the house. Nice to see some of the guys still tuning in on a Monday morning. I know we were at 11 a.m. now, not 2 a.m. And hopefully the sound is doing well. So here's the computer pick, guys. The computer pick in the last 100 releases for NBA, 62%. Now, again, if you can pick the winner, that's 62%. And if we're, let's say, what's 75% of 62? I don't know, probably about 55, 57. Man, that's pretty good against the point spread, right? So the one thing we've been noticing with the computer picks, if you normally like the team to win straight up, they have a good chance of covering the spread. But the NHL has been absolutely my bread and butter this year. That's where, some years I'll have a great baseball season, some years good NBA, NFL. Right now, my hockey picks is where I'm really earning my money, earning my keeps, right, as they say. And NHL is absolutely, this playing the same teams every night has really helped the NHL bettors. I think it's been not easier. I wouldn't say it's never easy betting on sports, but because you got the same games and 3 and 4 nights and back to back, I find it's much easier that way. There's Isaiah. I don't know if I said good morning to Isaiah yet. There you are. How you doing, Cheeks? I never feel lucky. I had a good run yesterday. It was a small loss, no biggie. Hey, you know what? Out of 7 days, if I have 1 or 2 losses out of the week, I'll take it if that means I had 5 winning weeks, right? But keeping with the topic of the day, the market sentiments, right? We got to stay within and that's why I do the SBI every day, and we'll get to that in just a second. All right, the NHL. Look at this. If you've bet the computer picks straight up, 67% in hockey. 5-0 yesterday. The computer went 5-0. It had San Jose, it had Winnipeg, it had Pittsburgh, it had Minnesota, and it had the Ottawa Senators. Look at that. So big day yesterday for the NHL computer picks. And so pretty good day. Folks, Streakcatcher.com. If you haven't played yet, check it out. Streakcatcher.com. Our leader now is Cooter Loaf. Cooter Loaf is on a 6-game winning streak. Yesterday he had Memphis Great pick, Cooter. Minus 7.5. Cooter Loaf had the winning pick here yesterday with Memphis Grizzlies. Now he's on a 7-game win streak, and we'll be looking today. Big Hurt. This guy's been with me almost since the beginning. Steve, I think his name is Steve. Big Hurt's been with me, Texas guy, and Big Hurt here on a 5-game win streak. He had the over last night in the Kings San Jose. So, folks, check it out, streakcatcher.com. It's free to play, and if you do want to be a member, it's only $5 and $50 for the year. So this way you have different prize structures. And our own Underdog Sniper. Now, Fadoho.com is one of my other sites. This is a good contest site. And keeping with the segment of the day, the topic of the day, market sentiments. Let's say you're taking a break from betting real money and you want to play contests. This is the second best thing to do. If you're just taking a breather betting on sports, and why not play one of our contest sites, right? Go to Fadoho.com and look what the Underdog Snipers. This guy's absolutely killed it yesterday. Look at Underdog Snipers plays yesterday. He had Winnipeg, Orlando, and he had Kingston time in race number 3 at Charlestown Hollywood Casino, and he killed it. Put $250 and he won $4,732. So you can see that Underdog Sniper absolutely killed it. He also had the Raptors in Sacramento to go with Kingston time and take me home. Hey, take me home. Sweet home Alabama. Take me home. Hey. All right, so Sniper. Yeah, good job, Sniper. And hopefully, if you guys want to play this, check it out. It's Fadoho.com, favorite dog horse, and it's so easy to play. All you got to do is you go to Make Picks, and you go to, say, NHL, take your favorite. So let's say you take Pittsburgh. Let's say you like NBA. You go here. You take the Portland Trailblazers. And let's say we go to Gulfstream Park today. And we go to race number 1. And we take, let me see here. Let's take an 8-1 Starship Mishka. But the number 16, I don't think it's going to probably go. Let's go to 4-1. The Joke's on Me. I like that one. Let's go with The Joke's on Me. And let's say we like Portland +3. Now, I'm only doing this for shirts and giggles. So I'm just showing you guys how it works. And let's say I put $10 on it. Pays $20. But let's say I take him to win. Pays $27.50. But if I put $100 on it, it probably... okay, we'll stick with the $10. And then you just submit it. And there's your pick. And then that's how you play Fadoho.com. All right. Also, HockeyPicks.com. We have some great scores here at HockeyPicks.com, and that's where you can follow some of the top hockey pickers in the world. Just go to HockeyPicks.com. Okay, let's take a look at the market conditions. In fact, let me take a quick glance here at the bullpen to see how everybody's doing. Today will be better, says Miss Danica. I hope so. Hey, I hope everybody has a winning day. I had a great system on Wolves yesterday, says John X. Definitely weird day last night. Yeah, you know what? It's... Hey, the sports betting market will do that sometimes, right? Good picks. Good morning, Rashad. How you doing, buddy? And he's taking the Predators today. All right. So let's take a look at the market conditions. We'll start off with the NHL, and then we'll jump right into the NBA. And keeping with our topic of the day, the market sentiments. And this is where we start off the show every day to see what has come in the last couple of days, because if you get 4 or 5 days, 6 days of favorites just winning on a high clip, underdogs eventually are going to have a reversal and they're going to start winning. So this is why we do this every day, to see, and like my good friend Ross Benjamin always says, we got to think like a bookmaker and see what the bookmaker is seeing. And let's see what has come in the last couple days in the NHL. I'll tell you one thing, it starts with an F. And it probably ends with an E. It's called the favorites, because that's all that's come in these days. 3-2 last night for the favorites. 3-2 to the over/under. So not a bad, 60% night for the favorites. And if you look at the year to date, 66% of the favorites have won in the NHL this year. Computer Picks is nailing 67%. And the Computer Pick does, tend to lean more towards favorites. So if you're looking for a confirmation on your pick, check out the Computer Pick, especially in the NHL. 65.4% of the favorites come in the last month, 57 in the last 7 days. And if you look at the over-unders in the last 7 days for NHL, we are now in a bear market. 41.6% of the overs have come in the NHL, 58.4, and that's why I was riding the under last night in Winnipeg. I was hopefully it was going to be able to. It was looking good after one. Was it 0-0 after one? Then I went to bed, and then that's it. All hell broke loose. I don't know what happened to our George Vezina contender of the year there, Thatcher Demko. I don't know when Winnipeg scored all their goals, but going to bed and thinking, 0-0, looking pretty good. Then check out the score middle of the night, and it's like, what the hell happened here? But that's market sentiments, right? Markets. That's what the markets will do to you. Let me see here. Ricky Michael's in the house. How you doing, Ricky? Ricky Michael. That sounds like a great DJ name right there, eh? Ricky Michael. Rui Pedro Nogueira likes Miami today. Chad says Ovi is out though. Ovi's out for the Capitals. Okay, we'll have to check that up. How you doing, Jack Reinhardt? There's what's up, my people. Hey, there's Jack. Jack's in the house. And let me see here. All right, so let's go to the NBA. And as you can see right here on the NBA, obviously the when you're picking money line. And last night the Memphis game, I played them on the money line. I bet a little bit more, but I had a really good feel on Memphis, and it turned out all right. 7-4 yesterday straight up on the money line, 5-6 against the point spread. So the favorites yesterday, 7-4. Very off night here when you see like a two game difference here. 5-6 against the point spread. Looking at the last 7 days, 52.1% of the NBA. We always talk about cycles, right? I feel the NBA right now is going through a very difficult cycle to handicap. Is it just me, or I find the NBA is just, and maybe it's because it's neutral. Like when you look at the last 30 days in the NBA, 51.6% of the favorites have covered, 45.2% for the underdogs, meaning the difference is probably the pushes. But I find the NBA, the last 2 weeks have been like, let's go look at the last 2 weeks. I find the NBA in the last 2 weeks have been really tough. And when I compare the NBA, so I'm looking at the the favorites and underdogs that covered, look, 5-6. Look at all the red here, the green. Like, look at all the intervals, right? So there's nothing like a streak of favorites coming in. It's like 1 day here for the favorites or the underdogs, and 2 for the favorites. 1 for the underdogs, 1 for the favorites. So it's it's very consistent. Where if you look at down here in January, look at this. So in January, look at all the underdogs that were winning. And this is what I mean by intervals, right? In cycles, like this was a great run for underdogs, then a great run for favorites, then another great run for underdogs. And now look at this. This is like a candy cane, right? It's like red, green. Like it's all over the place. The NBA is so hot and cold. And this is why I found, and it's a good thing I scrolled down to the bottom, because I was wondering, like, is it just me, or is the NBA just a bit tougher the last couple of weeks to handicap, right? And maybe what you got to do is start looking at the totals. I think maybe what I'm going to do, focus now, is look at the totals, because look at this, look at all the unders in the last 7 days, 59.6%. And maybe totals is where I'm going to be looking now, betting NBA, because it's just, or you just got to go with the law of average theory with the NBA point spread to find some type of consistency of making money. All right, let's take a look at our next schedule here, our next segment, and it's one of my favorites. It's the horse racing. Let's go to my favorite track again. Hey, you know what? Did you like that winner yesterday we gave out? Tamer. 8-1 morning line yesterday on the pick we gave out yesterday here on the Rain Report. In fact, if you go to horses, go to free tip sheet, and if you go to yesterday's tip sheet, let's go to Gulfstream Park here yesterday. So Tamer was 8-1 morning line. I think he paid $14, and then the Rain Man came second. So this is what I was saying yesterday, right? When you play the Jokers wild, and if you double Dutch, if you play him to win into place, he comes in second. At least you get some of that money back. And Rain Man was a good second, and Tamer came in first. All right, take a quick look here at the bullpen. And let me see, to the Bulls. Oh, I guess we got some trades going. Vucevic. Did Vucevic get traded? I see somebody saying Vuk to the Bulls. Magic totally falling apart. I hope Lowry stays in Toronto. I don't want to see him leave. All right, let's go to race number 1 today at Gulfstream Park. $25,000 maiden claiming race, 12:10 post time at the stream. The distance is 1/16 miles on the turf. We're going to go 4-7-12 in race number 1 today at Gulfstream Park. Watermelon Sugar with Irad Ortiz Jr. taking the ride here on the 4-horse. Watermelon Sugar, 9-2 morning line. Irad Ortiz Jr. 55% in the money the last 100 races, and Irad is this guy is just unbelievable. BC Bell to place, 7-2 morning line. Alvarado taking the ride here on the 7-horse BC Bell. In fact, we had Alvarado yesterday on Tamer 8-1. Hopefully you guys cashed that. And the 12-horse Okalani, the number 12-horse, 12-1 morning line on Okalani. Castellano taking the ride here. I think it's Javier Castellano on the number 12-horse today at Gulfstream Park. Our joker, our long shot in race number 1 today at Gulfstream Park is Not Tonight, Bobby. Not tonight, Bobby. Sounds like it needs another word there. I got a headache or something, right? Not tonight, Bobby. I got a headache. But not tonight, Bobby. Is the 5-1 morning line with Jose Ortiz taking a ride here on the number 3-horse. Not tonight, Bobby. And if you're going to play the joker, always remember to double dutch, taking the win into place on the number 3-horse. Not tonight, Bobby, because I got a headache. All right, here we go. If you're going to play a Exacta today on the first race here at Gulfstream Park, I'm going to recommend 4-7, 7-12, 12-3. And if you're going to play trifecta, 4-7-12, 3-7-12. And folks, don't forget to box those horses. Those are your free picks today at Gulfstream Park, courtesy of ATSstats.com. And don't forget, folks, you can get the entire tip sheet today for Gulfstream Park. All you got to do is go to ATSstats.com, go to horses, go to tip sheet. In the tip sheet, you're going to find a pull-down menu. Go to Gulfstream Park. It says free, and you can print off today's tip sheet, and you can use it today, and hopefully it can make you some money. And especially bet the joker. Bet the joker today, win into place, and I don't guarantee anything, but hopefully the joker will come in. And the joker, to me, the way I did this tip sheet is the horse selection with the best value in the race. All right, what's the next thing on our agenda? So the Bears and Bulls report. Let's take a quick look at the Bears and the Bulls. And again, I love to do this each and every day to see which team is bullish. And in sports handicapping, you have to have a game plan, right? And that's another thing I wanted to talk about in my market sentiment topic. Have a game plan. What is your game plan to sports betting investment? And it's just like stocks investment, right? If you're investing in stocks, you got to have a game plan. Is it a short? Are you in day trading, or you have a short plan? You have a long plan? You got to have a game plan, right? And for me, when I'm betting on sports, I don't like to bet on C-type teams. C-type teams, I say it all the time. It's like an old high school sweetheart. You know they're going to break your heart, right? These are the type of teams I try to stay away from when I'm betting on sports. I like to bet on A and B type teams, and depending on the cycle they're in, either bullish, neutral, or bearish, I find you get more value when you get a B or an A type team that is neutral. Anytime you get a team that's bullish, obviously market sentiments are going to be high on that team, and it's tough to get a lot of value. But anytime you get an A or B type neutral team, you guaranteed dollars to donuts, you probably get some good value on that. All right, so those the only B team in the Bull Club is Atlanta, and let me see any A's. So Lakers are neutral, Phoenix are neutral. Hey, Phoenix was very hot. Now they're back to being neutral. And let me see any other A-type teams in the neutral pool. That's the only two teams I see. And let's go to the NHL, and let's take a look and see who's bullish in the NHL. In fact, if you remember yesterday, a lot of the top teams were bullish, and we'll see how that's going to pan out right here. Just going to wait for that to come in. Let me see some of the Vukovic to the Bull. Is that a done deal? Vukovic to the Bull? Poor Orlando, right? Orlando's not. I don't know why the Bulls would. Do they think they're gonna crash a party somewhere or what? There's Plant-Based. How you doing, Plant-Based Junkie? And Fournier to the Celtics. Ooh, if that happens, that's not a bad. So Orlando's looks like they're rebuilding. Fournier to the Celtics. Not a bad play right there. A trade. That's a good trade. To the Bulls is huge. It was an awesome game. Bulls need a Robin. Yeah, Bulls need a Robin. They've been needing a Robin for a few, but I don't know if Vucevic is the Robin. But you know what? A good big man there could help. and we'll see what happens. Now back to the NHL. All the A teams we expect here to be in the A club are there. Now, which A team is neutral right now? So what I like to do is I like to look for A or B teams. So Pittsburgh got some good. I think Carolina has good value. Florida, Florida's. We got 2 system plays tonight. I think Florida's one of them. Winnipeg's neutral. And so those are the neutral teams. And then obviously, look at this, Toronto. Toronto's bearish. They're playing Ottawa today. And, again, anytime Ottawa plays Montreal or Toronto, that's their Stanley Cup. But the Ottawa Senators, they got a new goalie now, Gustafsson, and he's 2-0 in his starts. So anytime you get a rookie goalie, look at Lankinen in Chicago, right? He had a good start, but cooled off a bit right now. And we'll see what's going to go on with Gustafsson. Had a good start. Calgary right now, after they fired the coach, there's that little burst of energy when you get the new coach. And now Sutter's seeing what Ward saw, right? All right. Any questions, comments about the show so far? Anything you guys want me to cover? Any questions? Any feedback? Market sentiments is the topic of the day. Again, folks, with all the roller coaster emotions, you're probably, if you're an investor in the stock market, the cryptocurrency, or you're having a bad day at the office in sports betting, remember, just keep don't let the highs get too highs, don't let the lows get too lows, and less is more, and have a game plan. Again, when we do these shows, these topic of the day, it's like the pregame pep talk, right? Trying to keep everybody from being depressed. It's so easy during a COVID situation that people can have a bad day, and alcohol or drugs is never the answer. You never want to do that. You want to go to the bullpen, talk to good people, and we'll pick up your spirits. And that's what you want to do each and every day, is come to the bullpen, to the Raymond Report, and hopefully we can put a smile on your face, meet some good people, and hopefully put some cash in your pocket. All right, or you know what? When in doubt, get out and we break even or play the contest sites. Let's go to the NBA. And let me see here. Slow and steady wins the race. Absolutely, Isaiah. Slow and steady wins the race. And you know what? Having these types of chats here, it's probably, some people's like, oh, you know what? Get off that. Yeah, sometimes you got to talk about that stuff, right? You can't keep it festered in. You got to, sometimes you got to face and the older you get, the more you realize, right? That life, it's full of cycles. I talk about the Raymond Report being, the value, percentage plays, and cycles. Well, life, to me, one of my philosophies in life is this: every 7 years, things change in your life. You go look back when you were young, 0 to 7, 7 to 14, 14 to 21. Those are all life cycles, and then through those life cycles, things are going to change in your life. And I always say, if you can keep friends in 2 of those cycles, those are true friends, right? All right, enough of the Raymond rant. Hey, Ron Raymond, another Ron Raymond rant here. Hey, but I think some of you guys like the rants. All right, how's everybody doing out there? Everybody got their cup of Java today? Everybody feeling good? Everybody ready to attack the NBA? Hopefully we can get you guys some nice winners here today on the Raymond Report. And let's go to game number 1 between the Wizards and the Knicks. Now, New York coming off a big win over the Washington Wizards, 131-113, and looking at the Washington Wizards, so it's a back-to-back game situation. So these are always interesting spots, right, for these teams. Normally, if you're going to play the law of average theory, you play on the team that lost the first game, but be careful. New York, hey, Thibodeau's got these guys playing well. He's got them playing some really good defense. In fact, they're one of the best defensive teams in the leagues, if you look at the stats. And they're 5-5 in their last 10 games, 6-3-1 against the number. Now, the value edge, I do have value on the Knicks here today. I had them listed at minus 0.48, so they're overvalued. So, again, you got an overvalued team against a team right now in the Washington Wizards that are bearish, and they've been bearish for 12 days, right? They've been bearish for 12 days. Neutral team here in the New York Knicks. Now, they've been neutral for 10 days, so that's, from a market sentiment point of view, keeping with the topic of the day, the market sentiment, the market psychology of the New York Knicks is, even keel, right? And that's exactly where they are. In the last 10 days, they're neutral, and when they face a team below 500 at home, they're 9-3 straight up, 8-4 against the number. And, hey, we're getting to that point of the year where now, after the trade deadline, mark my words, I don't know what it is in every sport, and I've said this many times on this show. Let's keep an eye out on favorites after the trade deadline. for some reason, especially in baseball, it's just amazing in hockey. Baseball, maybe it's a money line thing, I don't know. But normally after a trade deadline, favorites win at such a high rate, it's unbelievable. All right, so looking at Washington, but you know what? Look at the Wizards here. 8-2 at MSG in their last 10, 7-3 against the point spread. So maybe that last game was just a one-off for the Wizards. And when you look at Washington as a road underdog this year, 6-12 straight up, averaging 110, but giving up 118. And I think this is going to be a tough spot. Again, going back to the SBI, remember we said, what was it yesterday? Was it favorites that were, let me see, let's go to the SBI and see what did yesterday in the NBA. The NBA is just, it's all over the place. One day it's favorites, one day it's underdogs. Look at the sentiment right here, right? So underdogs won that day, favorites, underdogs, favorites, underdogs. To me, I believe in that stuff. It cycles, right? And, now, what did I say yesterday? Was the favorites? Yesterday was underdogs. Okay, so maybe favorites today. If you're going to play this game, guys, again, if you like the New York Knicks and if you like the money line, anytime I get to a line of 3 or less, I like to, if I like them a lot, I'll take them on the money line. It's the same thing as betting baseball or hockey. If you spend $150 on a money line in baseball, hockey, why wouldn't you do it for the NBA? And I do like, you know what? This has me a little bit concerned. I'm going to think this one some more. What do you guys like here? Slow and steady. Need a good day of sports betting as the market's killing us the last few days. Yeah, exactly, Mark. And see, Mark gets it, right? Either he gets it or he's fully invested. But like I said at the top of the day, Mark, taking a profit is always a good thing, right? Hit singles. Anytime you're in sports betting, you're in cryptocurrency, you're in the stock market, hit a single. Hit those singles, the home runs will come. Lowry might get traded to Miami. Fournier, done deal. Underdog video, viewed video, like bet size system and fun. Thanks for posting. Underdog sniper. Okay, Brian Grace likes the 11-2 at home, minus 4 points or less. So Brian Grace says the Knicks are 11-2. Now is that 11-2 straight up, Brian? That'd be interesting to see. Back-to-back situation, law of average. Yeah, exactly, right? And look at this. That's where the check mark right here comes in effect. So if you're new to the Rain Report, this is one of the things in my book. In fact, I got this off Ross Benjamin. You want to play in a team that lost against the spread versus a team that won against the spread in the last game, and that's why it favors. But let me see here, 43% against 46%. So yesterday, when I reviewed the tip sheet from yesterday, it was teams, the range of 5 was 5-0 straight up. So for what it's worth, and we've noticed that lately, right? Remember we said, keep an eye out whenever we got a 1 or 2 point base percentage point, that's 1 or 2 points here. Normally it tends to go with the higher percentage play. And again, NHL was good yesterday. I think we had one yesterday in the NHL. Yeah, it was San Jose. San Jose was 62%. And the LA Kings were 62%, and it was a nice winner. But that's one thing I'm just noticing, right? And that's why you got to keep an eye out on that stuff, because anytime you're dealing with analytics, you got to have a hawk eye. Hey, you got to have a hawk eye, because one little indicator like that could mean go a long way into your sports betting. All right, let's go to Portland, Miami. Now, here's an interesting angle today, guys. Miami Heat. Now, obviously, they're going to be in a lot of trade talks. And I'm surprised there's a line out. Normally when you get these trade deadline days, the lines come out later on. Maybe you'll see some of these lines come off the board later on because, nobody, next thing you know, you got two more studs onto your line and you're getting a bonus -3 when you got, like, say, a Lowry or, a Vucevic coming on your team. That's like bonus money, right? Now, looking at the Heat, now this is going to be a good game. You're going to have to deal with Damian Lillard here tonight against the Miami Heat. The Butler did it, and the Butler is -3 with the Miami Heat. 218 is the total. 108 to 108. Oh, wow. 108.92, 108.41, over under at 217.33. So it does like it to go a tad under the total. And looking at the total here for Miami, I find a lot of games have gone under for Miami, but it's on the road. 8-13, 19-25 on the year. For the Portland Trailblazers, 11-9 straight up, 12-8 against the number. And looking at their record in Miami, 8-2 to the over. 8-2 to the over. And the last 2 games have gone under. The last 2 games here. I think the, I don't know. I think the over. I'm going to look at more totals today. I'll have to check out the ATS Calculator. I think the total is where you want to go in this one. All right, let's go to the next game. Actually, let me check one last thing here. I want to see any stats and trends down here. Especially league system trend, right? I'm always looking when I come to this part here, I'm always looking at this column, the league, right? I'm always looking for good league system trends. Team trends are team trends, but whenever you get a league system, that means that any NBA team is in a certain situation like this one here. Say so Portland has a league system trend tonight that any NBA team coming off a 5-game homestand, 10-4 against the number. So these are the type of things, indicators that I'm looking for when I'm handicapping using the tip sheet. And look at this. So the Miami Heat on a 4-game losing streak. NBA home teams this year coming off a 4-game losing streak, 12-6-1 against the number. So wow, that's a pretty good indicator right there. But what's the total? Let me see what the total is. Oh, look at that, 13-6 to the over. I was leaning towards over. I do like the over here. What's the Kogo? Kogo should be high. Yeah, 60%. Maybe the over is where you want to go into this one. All right. Let's go to LA Clippers, San Antonio. Unfortunately, that system didn't pan out for us yesterday. I'll have to, back to the old drawing board, as they say. Clippers, minus 6.5, over under at 223. Another back-to-back game situation, right? And when you look at NBA road teams this year, in back-to-back game situation, they're 6.5 to 9-point road favorite, 4-5 straight up. 4-5 straight up. And the Clippers, 5-5 now in San Antonio. Looking at so the Clippers now bullish for the first day in the Bull Club. So maybe the Clippers are heating up to go on a run right now. But the San Antonio, look at this, 24 days in the neutral pattern, right? So meaning they've been 3-4, 4-3. So the one thing with what I like about this here, so 24 days, think about that. So they either win 2, lose 2, win 2, lose 2, and they're on what right now? They're on a 3-game losing streak. So this could be a nice spot for San Antonio, and 6.5, maybe it could be a good spot here. Hey Lonnie, how you doing, buddy? There's Lonnie, probably off to Orlando. Hey, going to go hit the links today there, Lonnie. Let me see here. Isaiah, lean Clippers again. Someone pointed out that Clippers can take the lead over a banged-up Laker team. Yeah, you know what? True. That's a good angle. So Isaiah saying that someone pointed out the Clippers, they're probably gunning for that top spot, knowing that the Lakers are they got some clip wings right now, right? With the LeBron and AD. Lakers, not a good time to get those injury bugs, right? Because Utah, still got to deal with Utah, but LA Clippers could be gunning towards the Lakers. All right, speaking of those Lakers, they're going to be at home tonight at the Staples Center, taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. Minus 6.5 is the number here on Philly. Over-under set at 215.5. Forecast going to lean with Philly here, 109 and 101. Over-under at 211.48. Let's take a look at the lineup here tonight for the Lakers. Schroeder, Caldwell Pope, Kuzma, Kakuk, Morris. Gasol's a game-time decision. Lakers are coming in limping here. This could be a long day or night for the Lakers tonight. And looking at the Sixers, Simmons is in. Curry's a game-time decision. Green, Harris, Bradley. And it's too bad Embiid's still out, right? Hopefully he'll be back soon. And looking at look at this. 24 days in a bull cycle. This, Philly's, top team in the Eastern Conference right now. And, they don't want to take the foot off the pedal. I think, this is going to be a tough game for the Lakers. I think, 109 and 101. You know what? It could be more, but I think Philly might be the play here. I think Philly could be the play. And you just hope they don't come with that wounded, thinking they have a wounded animal on the other side, because, you got to keep your foot on the pedal, right? Keep the eyes on the prize. And I think if you're the Philadelphia 76ers tonight, you can't feel bad for other teams. You got to go in there, get the job done, and get that W. If you're a Sixers fan, if you're a Laker fan, you got to find a way to rebound off that loss to the Pelicans, right? You took a bad L right there to the Pelicans, 128-111. And if you look at the Lakers' last couple of games, they took another L here on the Suns, and they lost to the Hawks. So they're on a 3-game losing streak right now, and 3 ATS. So they got their work cut out for them in LA at the Lakers. All right, and Sacramento taking on Golden State. Now, Sacramento coming off a big win last night against the Atlanta Hawks, 110-108. And looking at some of the numbers in this game, I think we had the over in this one last night, right? But it didn't go over. I think it went under. Yeah, 110-108, so stayed under the total. Now, looking at the line, -2 for the Kings. 226 is the number. 110-109, the over-under set at 220.62. And for the Sacramento Kings, 6-4 straight up, 5-4-1 against the number, 3-6-1. And if we're looking at value, now you got a B neutral team in Golden State, right? Golden State, they might make a move today. They might make some moves. And there's G&G. Hello, Ramblers and Gamblers. How you doing, G&G? Hey, nice call on Cheeks, that teaser yesterday. We need to sneak them all in the oil and the rim. All right. So looking at this game here. Now, this is Sacramento, folks. This is a team that's not very consistent, but they're 14 days in a neutral cycle. Then you got the Golden State Warriors. They're 8 days in a neutral cycle, 5-2 against B-type teams. And looking at the history between these two teams, Golden State 8-2 straight up, 4-6 against the number in Sacramento. And looking at the over here, I wish Curry was in, because they're a completely different team when Curry's there. But we're getting Golden State +2. And, how much I just don't trust C-type teams, right? As much as I would love to take Sacramento here, just how are they going to rebound? How are they going to, after a win? And what's their record after a win this year at home? So coming off a win, 4-5 against the number. So that's what I'm talking about. 0-2 against so Sacramento's 0-2 coming off a home win as an underdog. So they've only won twice. The 0-2 coming off a home win as an underdog, and Golden State coming off a loss, 5-10-1. Again, I think with the keeping with the market sentiments, I think totals is where you want to lean here tonight in the NBA. All right, that's the NBA. Can't believe it's already 11:52. Man, what the time flies when you're having fun here, right? Let's quickly look at the NHL. Man, I always feel the NHL is getting the bad rap, right? Bad rap for the NHL. But I got to keep these shows under an hour. I can't, I can't make these shows last too long, because then people tune out. Buffalo taking on the Pittsburgh Penguins. That was a no contest last night. That was a 5-2, and then I think they got a couple of goals turned away. But 5-2 for the Pens last night. I got Pittsburgh winning 3.2, 2.4, the over-under at 5.71. Let's take a look at Washington against New Jersey. Now, somebody said Ovi might be out here tonight. I'm just going to take a quick look at the injury report for the NHL. And let me see if I can see if anything on Ovechkin. Ovechkin, Washington. Yeah, game time decision. Lower body. Don't you love the NHL with their injury reports? Lower body. Upper body could be like upper body could be like a sore earlobe, right? Hey, upper body, he's got a sore earlobe. Yeah, Ovi is out tonight, says Chad. Chad, let me see, Chad, are you in the room there, Chad, or what? Hey, were we at the pregame skate this morning? How do you know he's out? Where are you hearing he's out? It's okay, Ron, but don't do that when MLB starts. No, hey, MLB, we'll start with MLB, right? Once Major League Baseball starts, we'll dive right into MLB, and we'll get into that. Man, think about that. When next week when MLB starts, if you got like 15 games in baseball, 10 games in NHL, 7 or 8 games in NBA, man, pack a lunch, because we could be here a while. Hey, tooth out. Oh, Lonnie's got a tooth out. Hey, in the corner, he says, bet Florida this morning. Nice to know you like it. Yeah, no, I love Florida. I love Florida here today. In fact, the 2 system plays, guys, and the system's been really good. Let's be honest. The system has been pretty hot. What did we have yesterday? We had the system 1-1 last night. Friggin' Calgary. Hey, what did I say about C-type teams, right? Like, I played that 2-team parlay I told you guys I was going to do. And sure enough, it made me feel better knowing Ottawa beat them, but it's still, I bet my wallet, not my heart. And it just, Yeah, this is a classic example on why you don't trust C-type teams. C-type teams below 500. It just, when you're into investing and making money, C-type teams, you just can't count on them. Washington 192 tonight, and looking at the Devils plus 167. The over/under is set at let me see here, 5.5. Looking at the starting goaltenders tonight for Washington, you got Vanacek against Mackenzie Blackwood. So pretty good matchup right here. I think New Jersey's been playing a lot better hockey of late. But Philly's a mess. Philly, I saw somebody write on Twitter, they're always promoting their it's pretty bad when your mascot gets more attention than your hockey team, right? That's not a good thing. When Gritty gets more attention than your hockey team, maybe you need to put Gritty in nets. Hey, Gritty, strap on the pads, you're going in. Hey, we got to put Gritty in nets, because right now, I'm sorry, but Brian Elliott, he's got problems going coast to coast right now. You watch Brian Elliott go from post to post, he is showing his age. I hate to say it because he's been a veteran NHL netminder, but Philly, you got to get your act together in nets. Like, Philly's got to get themselves a goaltender, because you're costing gamblers a lot of money, and you're costing your team wins and your fans wins too, right? But looking at Washington tonight, 3.59. You know what? Let me take a quick look here at the game between the Devils and the Capitals. I just want to see the history between these two teams in the last 10 games. So when New Jersey travels to Washington, be interesting to see what their record is. Let me see here. It's wow, look at that. 4-13 at home, New Jersey. 2-8. So they're 2-8 in Washington. So Washington does look like a solid play here. Islanders against Boston. Now, let me see here. The Islanders. Here's the 3-point difference here. I did my handicapping on this game already. This is the range I was telling you guys about. Whenever you got a chance of winning that it has like a 5% range or lower, I tend to normally go with the team that has the higher percentage. And because you got a B neutral against an A bullish, wow, Islanders have been bullish for 21 days, but look at this. They're 1-5 against B-type teams. And look at the Boston Bruins at home against A-type teams. They tend to beat the alphas, right? They tend to beat the top guns, 3-0. So, I do like Boston here tonight. I do like the Bruins here. A small play on Boston could be minus 116. Hey, the price is right? As Bob Barker would say, the price is right. Carolina-Columbus. Now, Carolina took care of business in the last game against Columbus. Again, look at this. A 2%er right here. You got a 49% against a 47% percentage play. And the reason why, folks, if you are new to the Raymond Report and you wonder, okay, why is he always big on value percentage play? Take a look at the markets. Market sentiments, right? Today's topic of the day is market sentiments. And in today's sports betting markets, sports betting world, we're dealing with parity. And on any given night, any team can win. And how do you handicap the last 3 minutes of a game? Percentage play. That's the only thing that really is in your favor, because when there's 3 minutes left in a game or 10 seconds left in basketball, the only thing you can really control is what the percentage play, right? You probably can't even control that, because it's up to the two teams on the floor. But if that you're handicapping a game that has a good opportunity that comes down to the last couple of minutes or the last 10 seconds, then you're talking percentage wise, right? And that's why I always feel value, percentage play, and then go shop for those indicators to lead you. And indicators to me is everything that leads to a higher confidence level, right? So when I find more indicators that I could, like for instance, let's say I look at this here, the 7-3, that's an indicator. I look at this, here's another indicator, 49%. I look at this, 6-4 against teams below 500. They're 5 days in a neutral cycle. What else? I'm looking for indicators. 2-8 to the under. That's an indicator to the total. Carolina 11-6. So anytime I get a lot of these type of indicators, my confidence level builds up towards that side that I'm going to wager. Right here, there. Do laugh, Emma. What? Okay, Lonnie, hey, Lonnie's laughing. I don't know what he's laughing about, but it looks like an inside joke. Is that an inside joke, Lonnie? Hey, when I see guys laughing and posting emojis, unless I'm not following that conversation. every team. Lowry to get traded to the Sixers. You know what? If Lowry does leave Toronto, I hope it is, Philly's North Philly's finest, right? Bo Jackson. Hey, Bo Jackson said it yesterday. North Philly's finest, and everybody knows that Kyle Lowry is from Philly. And as you can see, I'm wearing my Raptors shirt today, and hey, support we the North, so supporting the team here today. But big win. Remember I told you yesterday that was a trap day of the trap game of the day. It just it didn't smell right? But back to this one, yeah, I do like Carolina. And if you followed the press conference, Fonzie's press conference, John Tortorella, Tort said that Carolina, tough checking team, right? They couldn't penetrate their forecheck, and they're top checking team. And anytime I look at a hockey team, I always look at the head coach. And any team should resemble their head coach, and Carolina does resemble Rod the Bod, right? Rod the Bod, Brendamore. If you don't know the history between Rod the Bod, supposedly when he was younger and junior, or not junior, he played at Notre Dame. Was it in Saskatchewan? He went to that. Anyway, he suppose he's always in the gym, and that's why he got the nickname Rod the Bod, right? All right, where was I? Columbus, Toronto, and Ottawa. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Hey, where's Leaf Fan now? Hey, where's Leaf Fan these days? I don't see Leaf Fan here out on the in the bullpen these days. I guess they put their I guess the Leaf Fan has put away the parade the map, the parade map away for now, right? Hey, a little concerned there in the Leaf Fan. Hey, you know what? You guys remember in like the 90s and early 2000s when Bobby Cox was the manager of the Atlanta Braves? Atlanta Braves were the best team. The Atlanta Braves were the best team in regular season in play, right? That's Toronto Maple Leafs right now. I got a feeling Toronto's going to be the Atlanta Braves. They're going to be the best team in regular season, and then then you have to go put out the milk carton box to find them in the playoffs. Hey, now you can tell I'm an Ottawa fan, right? And there's an Ottawa game. We're getting the pregame hype ready here between the Sens and the Leafs. But look at that, 323. How can you? I can't lay that kind of juice on the Leafs. Against a team like Ottawa. Ottawa, you know what? Ottawa's a good team. They're inconsistent. Look, ask Calgary, ask Montreal, ask Toronto. Ottawa, a lot of teams don't want to play Ottawa, especially, Ottawa's a bit Jekyll and Hyde. They're 8-9 at home, and they kind of hide on the road, right? 4-14. But when you play the Ottawa Senators at home, you're in for a gunfight. You're in for a battle. And I think it's going to be a tough game for the Leafs. Now, the Leafs have been off a couple days, 4 days, right? And NHL road teams off 4 days are 3-6 straight up. So I think this is going to be a tough spot. But again, I don't like betting on C-type teams, even though if it's Ottawa. But you got a team like Bears. But, you got to give Toronto respect. They're still an A-type team. My number on Toronto is -194, and you're laying 323. Philly and the Rangers. Yeah, Ottawa played a perfect game plan yesterday. I know Calgary got the first goal. Ottawa didn't panic. But Ottawa's riding, you get these new goalies that come in, a rookie goalie, and, Gustafsson looked good. And we'll see how he's going to do tonight against, one thing with Toronto, you don't want to get in the penalty box because if you get in the sin bin, they're going to make you pay, right? They're going to make you pay if you get too many penalties. Let me see here. What else we got? Revenge for the Flyers. Philly's a mess. I said at the top of the show, maybe Gritty needs to go in nets, right? Because right now, I see a Philadelphia team with no soul. They just look lifeless, and that's not Philly. Like Philly, you remember, like any type of Philly team, they'd always scratch, claw, fight. I don't see Philly fighting. I don't see them. Like it's unfortunate because I think I love Philly fan. I love the city of Philadelphia. Great fans, and then Philly. It's the Flyers, man. Like what's going on in Philly? Like they got to fix that because to me it's goaltending. Until they get a goal, there's two good goalies in Columbus. You got to go get one of those guys, Korpisalo or Merzlikhin. I think if you go get one of those two goalies, I don't think it's going to solve the problem, but it's going to help it for sure. I just. Here again, you got two C-type teams, and I think the Rangers is where you got to go, right? I think Rangers is where you got to go. All right, let's running a little late here, so I'm going to go to the computer picks, and I'm going to cruise through the rest. But we do have two system plays, and the next system play is on the Florida Panthers. So your two system plays tonight in the NHL is Florida and Colorado. Those are the two systems that meet our criteria. And the criteria is this. You want to play on a favorite that lost by 1 goal in the last game, and Florida lost 3-2. And you know what? You keep in mind, this is a Florida team. I think there was 0 days rest on that. Let me see here. Let me go back because they played Tampa Bay on Sunday. And that was anybody watch that game, Florida and Tampa Bay? That's probably your Eastern Conference finals right there. That was such a great hockey game. And I hope those two teams meet. Well, they're going to meet maybe in the division final, right? And unfortunately, I don't think they'll be able to play unless the format allows it. But Florida, Tampa, man, talk about two good teams. Where's Florida? Where is it? Here we go. I do like Florida tonight. I think Florida is going to be a strong play. Jets have a way of lulling their opponents and then whammo right in the kisser. Hey, yeah. Okay, look at Florida here. Now, keep an eye on the number of games they played. So they played the 20th, the 21st, 23rd, and now they're playing the 25th. So they played the 23rd, and then they played the Lightning. Okay, there was a day between. I thought there was a back-to-back game. So they did have a day's break, 3-2, 6-3, 4. They normally have Chicago's number, and they just, you know what, I'm going to chalk this game here to a letdown factor, emotional letdown, after losing to the Lightning. That was a physical game. And I think they didn't have anything in the tank. But Florida doesn't do well in the Windy City. 2-8 straight up in their last 10. So it will be tough, but I do. Give me Florida. You got value. You got, let me see, the percentage play does favor Chicago at 61%. But I do like Florida tonight, and I'm going to stick to that. Let me see here. Well, what's the computer say? Yeah, 4-2. Yeah, the computer is hitting 67%. So I'm going to ride with the computer. Detroit against Nashville. I got Nashville winning 3-2. St. Louis against Minnesota. I got the Blues winning this one here. You're getting good value. In fact, it's super value. Anytime you get a team here, let me see. Where's the value on the... my number is -101. Anytime you get a minus with plus money, and we're getting plus 105, I call that super value. And I think St. Louis tonight is super value here. We got 42% chance of winning. And the St. Louis Blues, one of the best teams on the road winning hockey games, right? When you go look at the team standings, St. Louis Blues, one of the best road teams in NHL. In fact, just go to road teams, go to straight up, and there's the Blues. 12 and most wins on the road this year, the St. Louis Blues. So give me St. Louis against Minnesota tonight. Tampa Bay against Dallas. You know what? You got to give credit to the Stars the other night. Dallas came out in the first game, in the first period, played well. They got the first goal, but Tampa Bay to me is the best team in hockey. They can roll 4 lines. Vasilevsky can, he's such a big body goalie. He covers a lot of the net. He goes well post to post. Tampa Bay here, -182. You're getting value. A bullish team on a 5-game win streak. I don't know how you go against Tampa Bay. Dallas, to me, this year, unfortunately, I think you're getting the Stanley Cup finalist hangover right here this year. Not having a good year, 10-19. I think it really, without giving them a real proper break after the bubble. A lot of teams, there was a lot of games, in between, like the rest. But for some reason, Dallas is just not the same Dallas that we saw in the finals, right? And the last game of the night, I'm gonna watch this game. I've made a mental note to really watch the Colorado Avalanche for 3 games in a row. I saw them the other day. They lost 5-4. I'm not sold on this team. I think they're a good team. I just don't think they're Vegas Golden Knight good or a Tampa Bay good. I think Colorado is a bit of fool's gold. I know they're getting a lot of good. I don't think they got the goaltending. Grubauer's all right, and then they started this Johansson. Was it Johansson the other night? But Grub has played well. He's got a good record, 19-7, 1.17 goals against. But playoffs are a different thing, and you're going up against the Vegas Golden Knights. And Marc-Andre Fleury right now, I think he's playing with a chip on his shoulder by being benched last year by DeBoer. I think that was a classless act. I think the way he came in and he treated Flower, I didn't think that was right. One thing with veteran goaltenders, look at Patrick Roy when he was in Montreal, right? Tremblay came in and showed disrespect, and next thing you know, Roy was out of town, right? But I think Flower is showing everybody he's going to win the Vezina. Marc-Andre Fleury is going to win the Vezina, and I think he's going to take Vegas to the Stanley Cup. I think Vegas is the team, and I think they're going to ride Flower, and I think Vegas is the play here tonight. In fact, as much as the system likes Colorado, the system play likes Colorado. Now I'm torn, right? Because I think Vegas is the play, but the system, which has hit 70%, maybe it's a no play for me tonight, right? Maybe I don't touch that one because I think Vegas is the play, but the system is a pretty good system. I hate to go against. All right, there you have it, guys. 110. Crap. Trying to make these shows. What do you do, right? You got 11 games in NHL, and you got a lot of hockey fans around, so you don't want to shortchange the hockey guys. Hey, the puckheads. I don't want to shortchange the puckheads. But you know what? Pretty good show here today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. My name is Ron Raymond. I'm a sports handicapper located in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. That's right. Crazy Canuck here in Ottawa. Been doing this since 1996. And if you're interested in my top plays, my best bets, you can get them right here at atsstats.com. I'm not comfortable betting Avs tonight. Yeah, exactly. It could be the uncomfortable play of the night, right? Vasilevsky's going to win Vezina. I don't know about that, Brian. I don't know about that one. I'll put my money on Flower. But hey, Vazzy's playing well. Vazzy's playing well. But again, if you're interested in a membership here at atsstats.com, you can subscribe and you can get all the access to the membership. Or if you want my top plays, my premium pick, it's at 27 cents a day, $99 for the year. You get my best bets each and every day. I'm going to recap my plays. Right now, I'm only 12-13, my last 25. But, hot and cold, right? Hot and cold. It's the NBA that's holding me back. Hey, the NBA is holding me back from a 20-5 record right now. That's the problem. Hey, my NHL is doing well. It's the NBA that's holding me back. But all you got to do is click the subscription plan here. You go to ATS Stats, go to Ron Raymond, and then just scroll down and hit the $99 for the year, and you will get my best bets, my top plays each and every day. And again, guys, keeping with the show topic today, market sentiments, and it's part of mental health too, right? Again, everybody, hopefully you use this hour as an escape or an informative hour to get some information to help you with your handicapping, and take it from somebody who's been sober for 21 years, right? I haven't touched a lick of booze in 21 years. I'm so happy for it. And mental health plays a big role into your everyday life. And again, when you're dealing with the sports handicapping industry, betting industry, addictive personalities, we're impulsive, right? So keep an eye on the market conditions could really bring you high and low, but don't let the highs get too highs. Don't let the lows get too lows. And always remember, less is more. Less is more. And on that note, I will leave you on that note, guys. And hopefully you guys have yourself a great rest of your day. And again, thanks everybody who shows up here each and every day and calls the Rain Report their home. I really appreciate that, guys. And so smashing stuff is wrong when we lose. Yeah, just a little bit. Unless it's a pillow. Hey, Lonnie, unless it's a pillow you're smashing, then that's fine. Hey, as long as it's a pillow. But again, folks, don't forget, hit the like buttons. I always appreciate it if you hit the likes. Apparently, it does well in the algorithms. If you hit the like button, and more people will come. You rank higher in the algorithm. So again, if you do enjoy the show and you want to give me a little kudos or like a cheer or something, the like button is much appreciated. And I do appreciate every one of you guys for showing up here every day in the bullpen, chatting and having some fun. And on this note, for real, I'm going to let you go. And as always, shop for value, play those percentages, and we'll see you here tomorrow on a Freaky Friday.